Hi, folks. It's Emily, and I made this little presentation for y'all to have a sense of security and know what to prepare for leading into our trip for Axe Gorilla Massacre, the short film, November 8th to November 12th. So I sent this video out that you're seeing right now along with a packing list that I highly recommend each person check out. We will be in a very remote place that does not have Wi-Fi, nor does it have really reliable cell service. So double, triple check with a buddy that you have what you need. For folks that feel so inclined to have a hotspot if need be, I recommend that they set that up ahead of time, and please, 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 please download maps to this place since you will start to lose service about 10-15 minutes away from where the actual property is. You'll just be following gravel roads that I'll show you leading into it. And we have a menu created by yours truly. For folks who are vegetarian, there will be a vegetarian option for every meal. Ideally, we're shooting for 2 hot meals every day, 3 for the days that we're not overburdened with shots. And our lovely PA, Greg, will be helping out putting this together for y'all. We will have radios on the actual property to communicate with each other, check in with Crafty and see how that's going. For breaks and such, there will be plenty of snacks and drinks available between our scheduled meals. All right, so this is a grand overview, at least from the Milwaukee to the town of Silver Cliff route, which will be approximately 3 hours. For folks in Chicago, that's going to be looking at more like 4 to 4.5 hours, maybe even 5. But we do also want to factor in any stops that you may need to make for gas, to go to the bathroom, to grab something to eat, and to round up everybody that is carpooling that we're starting to figure out in advance here. The halfway point, or at least the largest town that is closest to our camp, is Marinette, Wisconsin. It has a rest stop, there's a really big gas station. It has more amenities that we're gonna see that you're gonna wanna, if you haven't stopped and you need to fill up, I would recommend stopping there. It also has our hospital that is nearest to our campsite. Again, it's about an hour away. This is for emergencies. It is open 24 hours, and I will prepare a med kit for our actual site. I have 6 years in the military as a combat medic, so I like to think you are in decent hands and that we are prepared. But of course, accidents happen. So in that event, it is about an hour trip, and whoever encounters illness or injury, I will accompany you. You will not be alone. So here's hoping that we all stay safe. Crivets is another town that you'll see approximately 20 minutes to the site. That's how you know you're getting close. It has a couple restaurants as well as gas stations, but again, we're getting kind of teeny tiny population out here. All right, so when you get into the town of Silver Cliff, you'll have passed the gas station, the town hall that I'll show you some pictures of, but when you're getting close to the site, you're just going to follow this gravel road. There is a yellow sign pointing straight to the house, marking a curve, but also pointing straight to the house. You'll see that little red barn over there, as well as this marker. This is what you'll see denoting the address. All right, and getting a little bit closer, you'll see a seating area outside as well as the exterior of the house. It's pretty wooded, but the house is gray. There is a little shack on the side there, along with a gravel pathway that y'all will park on, obviously leaving priority for those who need to load in heavy equipment. We're not going to want to park on the road. There's plenty of room to park on the property itself. More of the exterior. Here's that little shack that I mentioned before that we'll utilize for G&E. There's a couple clutter items in there that will clear out the first day. But for folks who are working lighting, this is a great place to stage things when we take it in after a night of shooting, instead of breaking it all down or bringing it into our cramped living quarters, we have a place to put it all that's safe from the elements and relatively close. All right, so we are lucky to have some pretty cool transportation on site. We have two UTVs that drive very similar to a car, and it has seating for 5 people, along with a trunk for equipment. There's also two ATVs as well. The shack has pretty much any tool you could ever need, along with ladders, extension cords, what have you. This is the shed to go to it. All right, here is a mock-up floor plan. Please do not criticize me about the measurements because it's not accurate. This is just from memory. And as you can see, I've put names for where each person will have their sleeping area. This is subject to change. Obviously, we're all adults and we can work that out, but I just put that so it can alleviate any anxiety about where folks are going to go. There is a spot for you. We are going to make it work. But as you can see, there is a living room branching off into a kitchen dining area that we're going to convert to make more room for cots. And we have a talent room split off from the larger crew room that also has some of our talent. There is one bathroom, which is unfortunate, but available. And across from the bathroom, we do have a mudroom. There's a big closet there that I will store all the wardrobe in, which you'll see. I'll put out signs. You can't miss it. All right, this is the lovely living room. And there is a fireplace as well in this area on the other side that you can't see here. There's a big TV and a DVD player. So like I mentioned before, there is very minimal service, if any, and likely no internet. So please bring the DVDs that you would like to watch for downtime. Each day, you'll have at least a guaranteed hour to yourselves, and we are trying to keep it an ethical work-rest cycle. If you've had a chance to look at the call sheet, you do have 12 hours on and off. All right, looking at the larger room that I mentioned before, there are two queen/full beds below with a twin bunk up top. On the side of one of the walls, there's another twin at the bottom. On the opposite wall, there's another small TV along with bedding, games, and just some other odds and ends that you could use to pass the time. Here's more of the kitchen. It is pretty equipped to service whatever you would need. It has a working stove, microwave, coffee maker, sink, refrigerator as well. The water is safe to drink. I've drank it personally, and I didn't have any issues. To me, it tastes better than Milwaukee City water, so I think it's pretty good up there. This is the talent bedroom, which is further back from the kitchen. It has one larger bed, another twin up top, and a twin on the ground level. I believe there is a small closet with additional linen that you could need. Here's a close-up of the bathroom, which does have a bidet for those feel so inclined to use it. It has a shower, and in this big armoire in the corner is a bunch of towels, although I would recommend that folks bring their own and keep it near their own sleeping area, just so we don't clutter this already kind of small space. Here is the exterior of the property. There's another little sitting area when the weather's nice to eat outside or just have some space to enjoy nature or have a meeting. Here is a super cool clubhouse made by Sam's family, who come from a really impressive line of electrical and construction work. This has a zip line, which you'll see here, that goes all the way down to the tree line below. There are harnesses and helmets for those who feel brave enough to try this in their downtime. There is also a small shooting range. There will be a prop gun on set, so I will go over weapon safety, even though it is a prop gun, so everyone can feel safe and content about what is happening. The prop gun cannot be fired. Looking at civilization, this bar, Jungle Gyms, is about 6 minutes away. It's what you'll see most immediately coming to and out of the little gravel road. It's what you would expect for a small town. It has a barbecue menu, probably some cell reception and Wi-Fi for you to contact your loved ones and just stay in touch with the world. That's a good reprieve. We also have a couple other options that will be a little further out than Jungle Gyms. The Rustic and Todd and Barb's Rapids Resort are about 10 minutes away. So if Jungle Gyms doesn't suit your fancy, there are a couple other eateries to try nearby. And the nearest gas station you'll also see coming into the town of Silver Cliff. It has a lot of tchotchkes outside that you'd see in a small town, bathroom available, as well as Wi-Fi there. All right, and as I mentioned before, please check out that camping list because the nearest Walmart Supercenter is over an hour away, and that's one way. So it'd be 2 hours there and back. Just be prepared, folks. Shit happens, but hopefully you won't have to drive an hour to get what you need. And lastly, wrap. That's when we're done filming. How exciting. And we want to leave this place better than we found it. We are very grateful to Sam and her family for letting us utilize this space for the multiple days that we will be there. So we want to make sure that we pick up all trash in and around the property and dispose of it in the town of Silver Cliff and not leave anything behind. Additionally, I want everyone to make it home safe. I will reiterate this at the end. Please text Carter or myself to let us know that you made it home safe because we really do care about you and we appreciate you making the trek out here to hopefully make something really cool. So if there's any questions about the content of this video or something that I sent in the email, please follow up with me and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks, folks.